Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's around 9:30, January 19th, and we had started some clouds, and then the sun did come out for a little bit. This is what it looked like. Not a nice deep blue sky. We had some cirrus around. This is what it looked like in Garden City. A pretty mild day today. Very strong southwest winds, so it was breezy, and yeah, they were working again. 8 in the morning. Bang, 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 bang. And there's smoking in there too, and the wind was kind of blowing it into my direction. So it was a lovely day here in my place. But anyway, in other news, this is what the satellite looked like. I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I was walking outside in Belmore at like 6:35, and I saw it was right around 6:35, between 6:35 and 6:40. I saw a flash to the north. I don't know what the hell that was about. It looked like lightning, but there were no thunderstorms around. So I don't know what it was. If it was a meteor or something, I don't know, but I'm going to try to find out the cause of it. But you can see we started off with a lot of clouds, but then the clouds kind of lessened out a little bit, so we did get some sunshine in the afternoon. So it was nice to see some sunshine after dealing with all the clouds. You could see, yeah, this is a sign here of the next plunge coming down of cold air. We have winter weather advisory in effect for tomorrow's storm. So we'll get to that. It won't be very much of anything. But you can see it's very mild out. 45 degrees in Farmingdale, 43 in Islip. It was a very mild day today. Let's go take a look at what our highs were across the area today. And let's see, it's probably even warmer in Jersey, 44 in Toms River, about the same. You can see southwesterly winds. And those southwesterly winds were, if we look at the observations here from Ronkonkoma, you'll see, from Islip, which is really by Ronkonkoma, you'll see we had some pretty gusty southwest winds in the afternoon. You could see, wow, gusting to 35. So, yeah, when they were in there, the south end of they're smoking in there, and it's getting in here. They're not supposed to be, but all right, don't complain. Let's get to the weather update. So you can see, let's go to our high temperatures today. There was a sea breeze, though, at least, which kept Long Island cooler. Let's go to the highs. Might have been 50 in Jersey. I'm curious. Well, let's see. Islip got up to 46, 48 in Carl Place. So as you get closer to the city, 49 in Central Park, 52 at LaGuardia, 49 at JFK, 47 at West Hampton. So very mild day today. One mild day because it's going to get cold again. And let's see what we got in Jersey here for highs. 51 at Lakehurst. Yeah, a little warmer there. 53. Yeah. So 53 in Toms River. Yep. So it was warmer there, obviously, not surprisingly. That's quite a bit above normal. It's almost 15 degrees above normal. So one warm day, but things are going to change with this cold front coming through. Now, we have a winter weather advisory in effect for our area, and this is just due to a very light snowfall here. It's going to be going till 1 p.m. tomorrow. All right, nothing. It's just a light snowfall, and it's going to impact the morning commute, so it might make things a little slippery. They're calling for 2 to 3 inches. I think that depending on where you are, it could be as little as 1 or as much as 3. We're going to look at the models and see. So let's go take a look at the latest radar right now, so we get an idea of where this front is and where it's heading. So this is our storm system right here. Wow, it looks like there's some severe weather with this breaking out again down in the south, again with this storm system. But this is the northern part of the storm system, the part we're going to be dealing with. So we shouldn't be dealing with any severe weather. And it will start off as rain as well. You can see, more. So I wonder if there's any severe weather warnings out for that area. Let's see. I don't see any severe weather warnings. I do see some pink, though, on the map, which is indicating a severe thunderstorm watch for this area, but there are no warnings right now posted. There are some flash flood warnings I see, but it's mostly winter weather advisories and then winter storm watches for this next storm that could affect the mid-Atlantic. That would be on Saturday. So looking at the radar, again, this is there's probably some lightning with that line. I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, we can check and see if there's lightning with it. Let's take a look and see, because that looks like a pretty strong line of thunderstorms. Oh yeah, there's lightning with it. Yep. In the south, yep. That's what it is when you live in the south. You can get a thunderstorm even in the middle of the winter, especially with the new normal climate that we're dealing with. And that's the real new normal that we should be talking about. So let's go to the models now and take a look to see what we got. So this is what our setup is right now. And you can see there's a little wave along this front that's going to be moving through. So when that wave passes through, you'll see we start off as rain, but then it ends as snow. All right, this cold high pressure builds in. That front gets hung up offshore. However, that low, that form stays offshore and is suppressed. So we will not really be seeing any snow from that. And then another cold front comes through next week, and that's going to bring even colder air. But as far as any big snowstorms, right now, none of them, there's nothing on the model showing up as far as big snowstorms. So let's take a closer look at what we have, what our setup is going to be as we start dealing with these storms. So let's go to the HRRR first of all, 0Z run, and let's take a look at this. So we're dry, and then around midnight, we're going to start seeing some light. A little after midnight, we'll see some light rain moving through. All right. It does seem to like weaken this a little bit as it moves into drier air, so not as much precipitation here falling. But it does start as rain before sunrise, and then after sunrise, the colder air starts moving in, and then it's going to transition over to snow. All right, and then it should wrap up by around noon, and that would be the end of it. That moves away, but you can sort of see the front kind of hanging out offshore. The high pressure is kind of cresting over upstate New York. All right. So if we look at the HRRR and its snowfall forecast, let's see if it's changed. Yeah, it has dialed it back a little bit. And again, it's just going to be a few inches, 1 to 2 inches, and not a big deal. Nothing to really, I don't think they're going to need to plow at all. I really don't think they're going to need, but they're going to need to put some salt down and stuff like that. But I don't think you'll have much in the way of shoveling to do from this snow. Just an inch or two, which will probably melt during the day. So let's take a look at our temperature as well. We'll have to see because our temperatures will drop behind this front. So we've dropped into the 40s, and we won't see 50 again. Temperatures by morning, you can see the temperatures start dropping as the transition to snow occurs. We start out in the mid-30s, and then as the day goes on, we're dropping into the upper 20s and low 30s. And then what the issue is whatever falls and then melts a little bit could become very slick, and we could have a lot of icy spots possibly as we get overnight. You see the temperatures drop into the 20s and then teens. By Friday morning, it's going to be quite cold. It's really dropping those temperatures down quite a bit. Here we are Friday morning, and to our north, temperatures are around 0, and Long Island I think will be around 10 degrees to start in the morning. It's going to be quite cold, and then Friday we'll probably make it into the low to mid 20s, and that's it with that really cold air coming in. And this is all due to again, if we look at the winds on the dew points on this, you'll see that the winds go they go northerly, and that's a very cold direction for us right out of Hudson Bay. That's going to bring in the really cold air, really dry air, and you can see here. We'll have to look at the winds. It looks like the winds won't be too bad, but you'll see that northerly flow. That is a cold flow for us. So that's going to bring in some pretty cold air. So temperatures will drop. And then once we go behind that and look at the weekend, you'll see that cold air kind of stays in place. Let's go to the GFS here and look at the temperatures here. So I'm not going to make a big deal out of this snowfall. So here comes the cold air, and you can see again, Friday, there you go. Saturday, we're staying cold. We'll stay below freezing all weekend long. Saturday, Sunday, maybe we can try to make it a little bit above freezing. But then the next cold front gets ready to come through, and then by next week, I think we're going to have, another. Oh, it took it away. No, there it is. There it is. This is Thursday. It seems to have dialed it back a little bit in severity, but it's still going to be cold. It's still going to be cold. And then, we'll have to look at the long range, what happens as we get into February. But I'm not going to do that right now. We got a couple of storms again that we have to watch. So let's go to some other models here. Obviously, I want to look at the NAM 12 as well for this storm system. So let's go ahead and look at that. We have 66 hours of the 0Z running. So again, this is pretty much mirrors the HRRR and what it's going to do, and they all seem to keep it offshore. So this storm will be suppressed. You can look at the icon as well. I know that brings it a little closer. Here's the icon. Brings it a little closer, perhaps skims the Jersey shore. But generally speaking, it's going to stay suppressed. So let's go back to the... I guess we'll go to the... Let's go to the NAM3. All right, we'll go to the NAM3. So this will give us a higher resolution about what's going to happen tomorrow. Again, and you can see, again, starts as rain, ends as a little light snow. Like I said, it really won't be. Let's go to the total snowfall here. You can see, not a whole lot. So an inch or two. It may not even stick to the roads that much, but it will be enough to cover the ground at least. Give it a thin coating of snow at least. About an inch worth of snow. So now let's go look at the skies. And obviously, tomorrow with that front. You can see it gets hung up offshore, and then we're just this is as far as I got on the 0Z. Let me go to the 18Z. So this is the 18Z run. You can see that Cirrus just hangs out in that area. Literally, the clearing is tantalizingly close. Let's go to the RGEM. So this is the RGEM. Let's look at the RGEM because every model handles this a little differently with the sky. So you can see, I don't think we see the sun tomorrow. Maybe you'll see, well, actually, with this kind of setup here, if we have clouds and the sun is setting and it's clear to the west, be prepared for a nice sunset tomorrow. That could happen. It could be a beautiful sunset with a lot of colors. Usually you always get that. But here you go, Friday. It's just tantalizingly close. The clearing is tantalizingly close. Now, Saturday, it looks like we might clear out on Saturday, especially New Jersey. So I'll have to see, but it looks like New Jersey might clear out on Saturday. We might have a clear day for New Jersey on Saturday. Not so much for Long Island. We'll have to see. It does pull it out at 18Z, so I'll have to see what happens with this. This is the RGEM. This is one model here that can be looked at. That's it. That's all there is to it. But that's one model to look at. Here's the GFS, which is probably going to be a little different. Let's see how the GFS looks. Actually, GFS looks okay, too. So it looks like Saturday would be your potentially next clear day. We may have these clouds hanging on tomorrow with this. And again, if we look at the wind flow, let's look at the wind flow here. So, again, northerly, let's see what we got on Saturday. Northerly flow. So, north to northeasterly flow. So, that's going to be cold air. Still going to be dealing with the cold air with that cold air flow in place. All right. So it looks like it would keep it clear, and we would have a clear day on Saturday. But Sunday, you can see more clouds kind of rolling into the picture here. And I mean, I don't really go this far in the clouds. Maybe next Monday will be a clear day. Maybe. I don't usually go that far into the cloud forecast for various reasons because, again, so much can change, and there's so many variables. Let's go to windy.com, which is the European model, and we can look at the European model and how it handles these storms as well. Here's tomorrow, and you can see this is 2 o'clock, and you can see it tries to clear it out to the north and the west. But again, it just gets hung up to the south, this front, and you can see we're kind of just stuck in the cirrus, However, again, with this kind of setup, it could be a very nice sunset both tomorrow and Friday. Now, for Saturday, let's see. It does seem to get rid of the cirrus. It gets it out of here. It actually gets it out of Long Island, too, so we'll have to see what happens. It might get it out of Long Island, so we'll have to see what happens. But, again, Saturday's probably your best day for a clear sky at this point. This is what we're looking at right now. And you can see storms are suppressed, so we're not going to see any big snowstorm in this pattern that we're in right now. They're kind of suppressed offshore. The jet streams are not. What it is if we go to this here. Let's go to the CONUS, and we'll take you up to the jet stream here, and we'll show you why this isn't happening, why we're not seeing the storm. So this is what it is. The jet stream is not, the trough is not sharp enough to create, it's just kind of straight, so it's just kind of shooting the storm out, and it's not phasing together to give us that negative tilt or the storm, the type of storm that we need. And you can see, looking at the jet stream as a whole, we have troughs, but they're coming through, but they're not. And then, unfortunately, toward the end, you see a ridge developing, which would take us into a warm pattern, at least for a little while, as we enter February. But that is what we have pretty much for you. And if we look at the anomaly chart here, the temperature anomaly chart, here we are, the temperature anomaly chart. So it's going to be pretty cold Friday. You can see that really cold air being there Saturday as well. And we go a little bit above normal again, and then another plunge comes in toward the end of the week. So a little bit above this, but as we get to the end of the period, you can see what happens. The cold air goes to the Midwest, and we're just blazing. So, but this is way in the long range, so much in change. In fact, if I go to the same run from yesterday, it probably looks a whole lot different. Yeah, it's not as extreme. So everything changes. 18Z run. We can look at the 12Z run. Even the 12Z run looks different. So there's variability in the long range. Don't go by that. But one thing we know for sure is that these storms that we're looking at in the next 48 to 72 hours are going to be suppressed to the south. So who is going to get the snow? Let's go to eastern U.S. here. We'll take a look and see who is going to get the snow. Total snowfall accumulate. No, not total accumulate. Total snowfall accumulation. So this first storm ain't going to be that impressive. It's the second storm that could wind up giving parts of the eastern North Carolina a good snowfall. But other than that, you can see it's mostly suppressed offshore. So that's the pattern we're in, which is good if you don't like a lot of heavy snow. And I really don't. The Mars snowfall is the kind of snowfall, like just a light snowfall. Maybe a little more would be nice, maybe more like 5 inches, but, it'll be enough to make it look pretty, but not make it hard to get around, if you know what I'm saying. But I guess that's going to be it for the weather update. I still don't know if you saw a flash to the north around 6:35, 6:40, let me know in the comments section, because I definitely saw it. It looked like lightning, but there was no thunderstorm around. So I'm thinking something, either it was a meteor or some kind of substation issue, but it's one of those two things probably, and I'll try to find out exactly what the cause is. But that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.